Hello and welcome back to Fuck Nuts Garage. Back up at the shop again. Same old deal. Gonna do brakes on the back of this Acura MDX here, so we'll walk you through it once again, step by step. Got a 12 mil here. We're gonna start by taking the caliper off. We're only gonna do one side, We'll show you how to do it. Got a loose vacuum plate here, by the way, so we're gonna take that off while we're at it. Backed by, popular demand, my partner in crime there. Got old Johnny 5 there doing the deal. Mr. Tripod Extraordinaire. So. Took a 12 mil and we took out the 2 caliper cradle bolts. The screwdriver over here and we'll take off the pads. Now, caliper slides are good. We'll do the deal. Get our old ratchet out here now. I'm going in here and take off these 2 caliper cradle bolts. 14 millimeter. How y'all doing today? Hopefully it's a good day for y'all. Whatnot. Currently Sunday morning here at the shop. The boys are off doing something there. And then Chevy. I already previously took off the 2 Phillips screws there to hold the rotor on. So right now, like I said, we'll get this caliper cradle out of the way. I realized on the other side there, I got to do a wheel bearing on it. So we're going to do that at a later date. When we do, we'll make a video up there if you want to see her. It was changing the press-in wheel bearing on the car. Using a pretty slick new tool there that I've got. Well, I've had it for a while. It's not overly new, but anyways. I'll just wheel the rotor off. Would you look at that? New parking brake shoes. Voila. I like. Sorry about getting my big melon in there. Blocking it out, looking like a sand squint. So at this time, like I don't adjust the parking brake up overly hard, but if you can't get your rotor off, come in here to the brake adjuster. I'll bring you over here. Come in there right to this brake adjuster and just bagger off a couple turns either way. Now while you got the rotor off, we'll get you set back up on Johnny 5 there. Can you just hold it, please? Not be shaking. Thank you. A little preventive maintenance. Take some soapy water. You've seen me do it before there. Spray this all down, let it air dry. Good time to pull the brake shoes out. Maybe there's a contact point here, here, and here. Hence these little detents there to show you the contact points. So if you just take a screwdriver, stick it in here and pull them way up against the spring. Then you can put a little bit of lubrication on those points. Keep everything functioning properly. So anyways, we've already cleaned up the bearing before there and got some anti-seize grease on it. We'll put a little bit more on and walk through putting it back together. 1 second. So right now we're using some anti-seize grease, part number 76764. Sorry, the old heater just kicked in there, so it shouldn't be on very long. It's pretty efficient. You always want to put some in the screw hole there, so next time you go take it off there for any reason, well, you can almost be certain to get it off. So And I'll grab a rotor. Notice the countersunk holes. Now, of course, screw goes in that hole there. You ever see these threaded holes here? Those ones right there. Well, let me line this up and get it on there. So, you put your 2 screws in. Bam, bam. These 2 holes are threaded. And what they're to do is, when you were tearing this apart, you take those 2 screws out, you get a 5/16 coarse thread bolt, and you put it in there and you just wind them in evenly, 1 turn at a time. And in turn, that'll place pressure on the rotor to start pulling it off. And then eventually it'll pop and come right off. So, anywho, that's what they're for. This hole is so you can adjust the parking brake. So you turn her down there and line her up. So you can stick a screwdriver in here and just click, click, click. So you just can't turn it. Now, another way is, there's a tool. Just hang this back up on there. There's a tool. It's an inside and an outside depth gauge, mechanical. You spread it apart and it touches right there and there. So when you're ready to set your parking brake shoes or your drum brake shoes, either or, you then flip the tool around, and if you've done your job right, the measurement when you flip it around will go out here and here. So when you adjust the wheel either in or out, until your micrometer that you're using will just touch. And you go up and down a bit because, you're not exactly sure where the high points are. So anyways, that's how you can properly adjust it. Bearing in mind, I'm gonna take a pause for the cause, and I'm just gonna chamfer the end of these shoes. So instead of being a square cut, kind of, come on finger, kind of like the way they are, they got a definitive edge. I'm just gonna take a die grinder, and I'm just gonna touch her off on an angle. So instead of like being square, it's like that. You see the curvature of my hand? That way when you back up, they don't, oi, jerk her off one way or the other. Pardon the expression. And they won't chatter, they won't squeal. You can also do that with your brake pads when you're putting them back on. Most of them already come chamfered, but anyways, I'm gonna take a pause for the cause, clean this up. I'm gonna take this outer dust shield off, and proceed. So we'll be right back to you. So as I told you, there's the tapered shoes. I apologize about that noise out in the background. The kids are out chipping snow and ice. So as I just showed you, they're all tapered there and whatnot. So we're going to start the procedure. I took off the piece of backing plate here. It's really just to keep the debris off the backside of the rotor. But when we go to do a wheel bearing on this side, we'll change it at that point. So now we'll get the 2 screws ready. Like I said, I've already got enough anti-seize in the hole there that I don't need anymore. Grab the old Phillips screwdriver or star screwdriver, whichever you prefer, depending on which side of the intelligence line you're on. North to 7, south to 7. North of the border, south of the border. So, anywho and way. I got a video there that I'll be posting there, working on the old Hemingway again. Well, we got no drag whatsoever, so that's a good thing. I'm going to adjust the parking brake up just a little bit. just the slightest little bit of drag, because don't forget when you step on the parking brake, they come out and do that, you know. And they brake on the inside of the little brake drum that's incorporated inside the rotor. So there you go. Very specific reason why I use these rotors. No, they got black paint sprayed on them, and they're cheap. They got some crosshatch machining there, so they're not supposed to squeal. Be lucky if I make it to Tim Hortons before you hear. You know, just like them nails on the chalkboard. Just, oh my God, make it just right crazy. So we already went ahead and took the old teeth grinder there and ground this all out. Put all the new caliper tins on that we showed you before that were supplied in the box. One there and the other there. Cleaned her all up. Tried to use that drill mic you bought me. No. Finally grabbed it. Click, 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 click. Same lipo. I took it out back, just pure fixed it. That son of an unnamed goat, I got it the old bracing bit and was doing this. And the forearm, I just had one on me like Popeye. So I had to go back to the old demo tool and just. So I did that off camera, so bunches didn't get all, you know. Whoa. No woohoo, because, you know, it sounded like you were in the demo chair. You were waiting for your little gas there. You probably all got a little gas, but not the type of dentist you use. You know. But anywho. We're just putting a little bit of anti-seize on here too to keep the brake pads moving and grooving. Not wearing asymmetrical or B-symmetrical or whatever it's called there. Hysterectomy or something. But anyhow, still got a good camera angle. You know, I think this might be my good side. No, really, right now I don't have a good side. They're all bad. Anywho, next time you see me, I'm going to be shaved up there. I've been lazy lately, working the candle at both ends. And, you know, or burning the candle at both ends, whatever you say. Double ending it or double fisting it. Don't get all up sideways on me. Anyways, been busy lately and too lazy. Sometimes the fellas just gotta cut corners, pardon the expression. So I didn't really get at the old wall there, as she's called, the WAHL there. The finishing mower and cheering it all up. No, probably not. I now realize that DR, grass cutter won't work, so I'm gonna later on probably get the bush hog out, just or the weed eater, and have Mom will get out there and just no, probably not. Gas is all in the snow blower, so I'm not using that. You know, we only have two types of gas up here. Summer gas for the weed eater and winter gas for the snow blower, so yeah, that's about it. Incidentally, there's the backing plate we tore off. Now, I might be willing to sell this to you for a toilet seat, compliments Fucknuts Garage, but I had to warn you. This might be a bit of a cheek poker or tear or shredder or something. So jam you right in the sphincter there or in the taint or something or somewhere else if you're, we'll just leave that alone. Anywho, we got that on there, we'll tighten her up. The old ratchet out here with a 3.5 foot handle on it because I don't think we got enough torque. Quarter turn pass snug. Don't forget, as I said, what have I said in the other videos? If you've been watching, following, I'll give you a minute there to think about what I said about these, and what you do after you're done here with the install. So I'll wait for you to think about that. I'll check all the torques for 500, Alex. Ding, ding, ding. And what do we have for him, Johnny? No, not the daily double. We just have a torque job. Come on, get off the spot. Let's get on with it. Shit, what that does. So another thing you may want to do is pay particular attention to the brake pads to what you're going to put on. Now, there's one brake pad. You see that thing right there? That's squealer. You know, you see it? When your brakes get down, it hits that little thing right there and just sounds like the crazy ex-wife sitting over in the seat, you know, with her, you know what, lips are flapping like a whippoorwill's hiney. So anywho, the point to be made is, there's two. One there and one there. I'll hide the name on the brake pads to protect the innocent in case something goes south. So you see they're opposing each other. So what you want to do is this the inboard pad. Take it and flip it around like that. You don't want to use that. You want it on the low side. You want that like that. So always have it low. Why do you have that tab low? You have that tab low because, you know, if you want, you can just take out the bottom bolt. More often than not, the caliper will flip up. You do your service work and just roll the caliper down. Put your bottom bolt in, tighten her up, tighten up the top, you're good to roll. So anywho, we're gonna grab the lube here that comes in the box. That's right, we're grabbing the lube that comes in the box. We're gonna tear the side off and squeeze her out here. And you take it and put it on the brake pad here. Cover from one end to the other. Now, they want you to use this in the caliper tins. I put the anti-seize grease in, but I put it right on there like that. Good way to block out the provider's name in the event that there's an issue here. No, they're not exclusive brakes to Fuck Nuts Garage. Just, you know, this isn't a paid promotion, so, or a paid video, I mean, and no promo stuff here, so. Want to put a little bit on both sides, use up the rest of it. You know, put a little tree there, another little tree. Rebuilding, refinishing, resurfacing, reallocating. Now, we'll grab a little bit of our 331. We got our 331 there. We're gonna put her in here. Now, I guess if you know you guys wanted to, and there's any companies out there watching there, if you want to, you know, maybe think about doing a paid sponsorship for any of us YouTubers out there. Well, you know, I'm certain we'd all love it. I know I would. You know, it's up to you. Get your business out there, whatnot. Give you all kinds of plugs, the whole 9 yards. Choice is yours. Any companies out there for the suppliers to which we use, you know, and you want your product out there visible, let us know. Maybe we could strike out some kind of deal. You give me some products, You know, I've had that happen. That's how I got some of this stuff. I spoke to different suppliers and manufacturers, and they did jump on board. So, you know, I've named a few of them. You watch some other videos, you'll hear names of local parts suppliers in town that have used me very well. So I don't mind saying their names. But, you know, you gotta do yourself a favor. You gotta, you know, if you're around me or one of these names happen to ring a bell in your town or something, well, maybe go out and just state old, you know, old 327 Motorsports here, or Fuck Nuts Garage, whichever you prefer. You know, they told us you'd help them out, you know, we like your stuff, or he seems to do a good job and has good luck with it. Well, bam. You get good product. I, you know, show them that my advertising works, their advertising works. You know, maybe I already use it and I need to shut up, that's fine. That's cool. Commenter down there. I'd also like you to help me, let me know, give me feedback. It's a question nobody really wants to hear an honest answer to, except for if you're me. We do too much talking in these videos, you know, or like, when I first started this channel, I told you I wanted to be thorough. Not everybody's got access to everything, or, you know, maybe had somebody take the time. All too many times we watch videos and we see, you know, an old crusty rotor on here, we're switching the rotor, next thing you know, bam, you know, the rotor's on, they're putting it back together. Well, they didn't show you about, you know, cleaning up the parking brake shoes, chamfering them, cleaning up the bearing surface, lubricate it, put the rotor on. More lubrication for when you put the wheel on. Next time we go take this rotor off, just like this time. I put it on before, it slid right off. No, you shouldn't have to grab a hammer, you know. Shouldn't have to grab this. Or, you know, this, and, you know, just come out and just give her the best haymaker there ever was. Again, I think I've said this before in my other videos. I'm going to say it again. Now, you can't see a name on this. What's that say right on the shank? No, not your girlfriend's name. It says Anivide. Anivide. They're put out by Mac Tools. Is there a part number on here? No. Oh, 16. Well, that's the ounces. But anyways, these hammers are designed, you've heard of a dead blow, you know, what do they call it, a shot hammer. Anyways, there's little ball bearings in them, and when you hit them, you know, those all one-colored hammers, be it green, orange, white, black, blue, sky blue, pink with purple polka dots, whatever your fancies are. You can use them. These are designed as such to be anti-vibe or anti-vibration. You can take them and you can hit the rotor, you know, right there. Don't generally do it where the brake pads are, because the thinnest point's right there from it being machined, so you'll split it. That thing will be rattling around there, probably fall down. The head of the rotor will still be stuck. So I'm taking and just hit her there, all the way around. I guess, you know, if that doesn't shock it off, then the alternative is take these out, get yourself a, you know, a torch, a Harris, and quickly heat this until you just hear it pop, pull the heat away. Get the rotor off as quick as possible. If you can, soak this with cold water so you cool it down, because that's a wheel bearing. Heat transfers in on the wheel bearing, burns the wheel seal out, grease spews out. Oh my God. Looks like a fat kid on a candy bar, you know, spewing her all out there around that corner of his mouth. Anyways, Anivide, get yourself one. Do the deal. It's not just because that's the only hammer that'll pound these rotors off. It does not transfer the shock through the bearing into your ABS. So next thing you know, you're going down the road and ding, ding, ding. ABS, service ABS, VSC, VCV, HD, you know, I don't know, HIV or something there. Anyways, get yourself one, do yourself a favor. It may happen anyways, and you can say, well, that didn't work. That guy's full of you know what. And anyways, more often than not, it works the best. That's what I'm here for, to teach you. I want to know if, you find these still educational. I know they're getting a bit repetitious, but, everybody's out there, everybody's watching. I don't know when they watch. I don't know if they have the ability to watch previous videos. There's tons of them out there. You can go do the deal. Bring yourself up to speed by now. If you've been watching since the start and you can't do a brake job, you're the problem. Because like I said before, one of the biggest problems with the vehicles of any kind, any sort, any means, is that nut holding the wheel. Don't be that nut holding the wheel. Okay? That being said, we'll be right back to you.